Hi, my name is Terry Lee from Sweet Pea Papers and the Sweet Pea Papers Facebook group. This is video 3 in my design team project for Tanya at Tatty Treasure and Nanine at Collage Type. We're using the kit Down the Rabbit Hole, which is the newest kit. It's a big giant collaboration kit. It's got 64 pages in it. You're going to love it. That's including the add-ons. I believe there are 4 pages, something like that. And in total, there are 30 ephemera pages and 34 kit pages divided between vertical and horizontal pages, depending on whether you're a crazy manila folder person like me, or if you're a bookmaker, there's plenty of horizontal pages for you to make a book out of. Okay, so when we left off, we had finished page 1, and then I went back and added this. I'm not sure if I did it in the video or not, but I added this little tuck and this little card. Then I also went back and finished the envelope stack. And I took the ribbons off. I used an X-Acto knife and went in and cut them off because once this envelope stack was on the base, it was sturdy enough to hold the pages. It was just because there was no backing to it that that the pages kept coming open, and I discovered it too late, so I took the ribbons off because I really didn't like them tied over the door. So we opened the door, and I still have to put pockets here. I forgot. And I put this pocket on with this bunny card. I added this Queen of Hearts long tag. If you remember, I had made the mistake, and now the pocket's real narrow. On this side, what I did was to fix the mistake, I added this large pocket and an Alice tag. When we go back and do stuff, I'll probably put, you know, something on there. And then we have our rabbit, and when you open this up, I put a card in here that wasn't there before. Okay, never take cards out when you're going through. They never come out. Then I covered this, and it was just the one that had the magnet. We'll put something there. And then this opens this way, and there's this large card here. And then we have, of course, Alice in the middle. So then we close this and this, and then this, and then this, and then this. And then, of course, underneath is our little surprise, which will be better once we stabilize it by gluing it onto the book. And that is this part right here. Okay, so that's what we've done. Now, we're going to move on, and we're not going to go in order. We're going to do page 4, which is back here. And I've done all the parts. And now that I look at it, I'm not sure that this is long enough. Yeah, it might be. Because we're going to fold this over the page. So this is the page, or the paper, and everything's been inked. And then we're going to put the belly band on, and we're going to fold it over the edges so that we have extra room. And then we're going to actually make a book to put in the page. Now, I don't know, we may only be able to use 2 of these 3 pages. They're printed double-sided, and everything except the cover right here, which is one of the collage pages, excuse me, is lined paper. Some of it is just the regular lined paper, and some of it is the graph paper. Okay, so let's set this part aside for a minute. Let's set our envelope stack over here where it's safe. Another paper clip back in its home. So let's set the book to the side while we're working on the page. And let's take, you know, I'm really kind of not sure about this being long enough. I'm almost thinking we should take, I just really liked this image. Let's score it at either end. Let me get all this stuff for the other 2 pages. Oops. Score it at 1/4 of an inch and see if we have enough room. Actually, we have extra room, so we can score it in just a little bit more. Let's try that. We're going to have a whole book in here, so it's alright if it pulls it up a little bit. It's kind of pushing it. Okay, that looks good. Okay, we want to put this in the center. Or a little off center. Might as well have done that by hand. I think I just did. I'm so impatient with my glue. And I called it glue this time and not ink. Oh, speaking of ink, thought I had everything inked, but I wasn't sure on the length. We're not inking very much, we're just inking it enough to knock the color off the edges, or the white off the edges. Let's try that again. Gives us a chance to get it in the center. still not right. And if it's not right, it's not right. Let's cut an inch wide strip off of here. I love that little tool. It turns my cutting board into a scoreboard. This is a Fisker's paper trimmer. Let's see, this is 8 1/4. Just make it 9 1/4. That'll give us 1/2 inch on either end. So a funny thing happened while I was trying to render the video before, video 1 actually. I made a typo in the title. So I had it all rendered and I went back and had to redo it again after fixing the typo, which I'm glad I caught. And it got all the way to 100% and then stuck. Which did not make me happy. How did that get so short? Alright, let's try that again. I can't believe I'm doing a belly band this many times. In fact, this time let's do it 1 1/4 inches. More than one way to skin a cat. Oh, that's a bad phrase. I always feel like it's not going to make a good enough score mark. Hey, before I ink it, let's test it. What do you think? Oh, this one looks correct. Third time is a charm. Anyway, it got stuck at 100%. And it stayed that way overnight because I thought, oh, I'll just go to bed and I'll come back and it'll be done. And then I'll render video 2, which I hadn't rendered yet. And it never did. It never finished. So I'm doing it right now, again. I think I had it in the center and then moved it. Thank you, Cassie. Okay. And then we're going to go ahead and glue it to the page. You don't know how afraid I was to cut those ties off. Me and sharps just do not mix. Usually I cut myself, or I cut off something I don't mean to cut off. I was very careful. Used my cool little blade. I'll show you in just a second. There's a word here. So there is a top and a bottom. You have to get it inside that little notch like we did on the back. You know what I didn't do? I didn't trim the page for the height. This is the really cool little blade that I used. This is also made by Fiskars, you can tell because it's orange. Anyway, you put your finger in there and then you can cut. Okay. We're going to have to make it, let's make it 7 inches tall. And that should fit in there. We could have done 7.5. It's a Teflon bone folder. Nothing sticks to it. Oh yeah. I was watching this movie, something in Monsters. It was either the guy's name or Love and Monsters. I don't remember. But, I don't know. It got 4.5 stars on, I believe, HBO. And I'm not sure I would have given it that. The special effects are pretty good. I guess it helps if you put the pages in the right way. You know, you could actually almost do one more page. I don't have any more that are printed on both sides, so that's not going to work. And just open it up, put it on the foam, open your stapler up and staple it right on the line. And flip it over. And fold these in. Straight as you can, as tight as you can. I find that using my fingers and not just my fingernails where they can roll works better. So now that page is done. Except for I stapled them crooked. Or not crooked, but I didn't line them up vertically. I'm not going to pull the staples out. I just trimmed the book a little bit. This could have actually been a little bit tighter. Okay, so then let's set this to the side. And let's see what's next. Yep, we're going to do page 2. Okay. This page is fairly easy. I've done the papering ahead of time because you've already seen me paper an envelope. Definitely in the envelope stack. So we're just going to make a flip out. I put a pocket on this one. So let's put trim that down. That'll be square. Be there or be square. And then of course I just cut off all the parts I had inked. Just make sure it fits. And it's printed on both sides. Normally we weren't doing the corners, but this originally the image was rounded. So I'm going to try to kind of cover that up. Okay, hold on. Okay, let me finish doing this real quick, which I should have done while I was switching videos. See, I thought I had all the cards and everything inked ahead of time. I like this card. Okay, let's glue this onto the page. with the paper, I guess. So yeah, so now I have to, I'm rendering one, then I have to do two, then I have to edit and render three. Okay. This is also a pocket. And I'll put another one of those cards in here. I'm not going to do it right now, but oh, maybe we will. It's all inked. Looks like it's going to fit. So we'll put that in there. And on this page, it's going to be fairly straightforward. I made this envelope using my envelope punch board, and it came out crooked, as usual, but I figured, hey, it's Alice in Wonderland. It's all a little crooked anyway. So we're going to glue this shut by gluing this edge on this one, and from here down on this one. Let's do that first. We're going to go around here, around the corner. I printed it double-sided. And I inked it. Except it doesn't look like I inked it folded. You can't do these outside edges until it's folded. I could have done it though. It was late when I was getting everything ready. Well, late for me anyway, to be still working. Then what we'll do is we'll put some repositionable tape on here. And what that does is it tapes it shut, but it allows us to open and close it even though it's taped. And then inside, this brand is called Scrapbook Adhesives, and these are called Easy Dots Repositional. Inside, we're going to put all of the pockets that we were not able to use. This way. That way, whoever you give the book to has all the extra pockets in case they want to do something with them. Okay, and then we're going to take and we're going to glue this side, which is a cool side, but we're going to glue that down to the page. But again, I used the collage pages and I used it on both sides. Like I said, I understand that we're not doing anything groundbreaking, but that envelope stack I think is unique with the door and with the back that opens. And envelope stacks take time. And this is a design team project, which doesn't mean you do any less, but it just means that you are a little crunched for time. Let's see. If I put it up here, no, because then when you open the envelope, it'll, let's make it, well, we should center it on the pocket. You know, it took me a little finagling to get this picture on here. I had to cut out the center of a page and then the center this way, or the edge this way. But it's worth it to take the time to cut the page where you want it in the middle, you know, and cut the edges off and then cut the bottom off. Okay, so you open this, and then you can open this, and then you can close it back again. Probably should have just put some right here. Now down here, if we put this, and then this in the center, like that. There's so much ephemera. There's 30 pages. I only cut out what I could cut out by hand. So you're going to have a giant choice. There's more. There's fussy cut roses, and there's all kinds of stuff. And so there's definitely a lot more than what I used. Which I haven't used very much at all. I'm going to try to go back and I was like, where did the key go? There we go. The envelope was crooked. Once I put this on, I realized. And if any of the other glue shows, then we'll just take it off with the glue eraser. You could tell when you looked along this edge here, and I guess I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, this is our side that opens. I'm just wondering if we should put something at the top as well. Probably could have put that at the bottom. The rabbit. Oh well. Since the envelope was crooked, this is not in the center, but there. That way it won't be exactly, you know, and you won't notice it as much. Let's put this in the book. Kind of sticks up a little, doesn't it? Good old bone folder. I labeled this page 3 and this one page 3. Well, that's nice. Never have too many page 3s. Looks like we are going to have a small notch here And on here, if we line them up, they will kind of cancel each other out. I'm still going to do that. It's so small. Okay. Page 3. And then we'll be done. This page we're going to show off the cards that are left. I'm going to make 2 horizontal pockets. They're not going to be this tall. In fact, I think I decided on 2 inches. Yep. Probably could have gone 2 1/2. And these are 5 1/4 across. 5 1/2 across. We're just going to put these on here. Since these are custom cut like the belly band. Custom cut means we have to ink them. But like I said, this page is going to be easy. The other page, I had already done the envelope. I can never get them to come out right on that envelope punch board. I think I'm an anomaly. I think other people probably do get them correctly. Oh, I did that one. So let's put 1 pocket across the bottom. And I would consider this directional. This flower looks like it should go this way. And that one looks like it should go that way. I'm going to put my thumb on the top. And it's not going to matter if the cards cover the second pocket. However, we don't want them to stick up over the top. So we put a card in here. And we're going to need to put second pocket here, I believe. Nope, a little bit further down. And the bottom want to be there. Hans just woke up. That's my dog. However, I think everyone knows that by now. He's in here looking for paper on the floor. Yes, he's a paper eater. So let's pick our favorites. I really like the dodo. Yep, let's leave that one out. Let's see. Looks like they're still going to stick out just a little bit. Okay. Oh, I know what we could do, maybe. It's with king and a jack, and then ace, but we'll put them in a different order, except for the ace. There we go. That stuffs it up. Looks like I only inked half of them. I'm not going to make you watch me ink those, though. I'll come back and do it. Looks like I'm going to have this much ephemera left. Only using half, maybe not even half. And I still have to go back. Video 4 is going to be the flip through. So you'll see it with all of its ephemera and everything. It's going to be a short flip through. That way it's separate. But you get the idea of where the ephemera should go from where I showed you in a couple of places. Get it even. And then we're going to have to do that little trim the corner thing. Okay. And then except for inking the cards and putting in, gluing on extra ephemera, like something could go here. Even a small tuck could go here. And you could tuck something small in there if you had something small enough. And then let's put our book back in. Oh no, we don't want to do all this. We need to glue the stack on the front. Hero's like, okay, we're done. Okay, hold on just one moment. Now let's glue this on. Let's glue this puppy on. Can't believe I almost forgot to do this part. You see, if I had put the tie on here where I had written it, would have tied our card shut. So apparently don't pay attention to my notes. And in some places don't do as I do. Do as I say. Or you could just disregard everything. Now that you've seen it, make it your own way. Whatever you want to do. It's fine by me. I would love it if you would comment below and go to the Sweet Pea Papers Facebook group and sign up if you're not already a member. And then post your pictures. I love to see the pictures. We're going to line this up even. And then when we tie it shut, we'll trim the ribbons. They're way too long. I think this turned out pretty cool. I don't know about you guys. I think I worked at the speed of sound. However, I did do a lot off camera. It's going to take you quite a few hours longer than these 3 hours. These 3 hours were speed version, where I already did all the stuff ahead of time and just showed you where everything went. Okay, so let's put our book back in. And this could use something. What about this and that? Kind of like that. Diary. I like this better. Here's one that says journal. Yeah. Circles. Where did they go? They had all these circles. There they are. Okay, I'm going to glue that on. It needs to be inked. So I'm not going to make you watch me do that at the end. So I'll glue those on there. You can also glue little ephemera in here. You know, like the one that says my journal. You know, put it up here. Put little circles in here with images. You see what I'm saying? So you can do all of that. There's tons of ephemera. Like I said, This is just what I, you know, could cut out, plus what we've used. So we're going to put this in here. And once we close this, we'll tie it. And it may not be that much too long. Put those in my ribbon straps. Okay. So there we go. Get everything out of the way here. Okay. That's video 3. And that's the end of our video series. And be sure to watch video 4. I'm going to put some ephemera in. And then you'll be able to see the whole thing. And I'm really glad you joined me for this design team project. I have a couple of more coming out every month, each month, and so I hope you join me for those, plus my regular tutorials, plus other miscellaneous videos. So I will see you in those, and that will be just a second for you and a day for me. Okay, bye-bye.